Hi, my name is Jackie and welcome back to my channel. It is day number 6 of my Teas This Season series. And as usual, we are starting off with Adagio teas, and I really hope this one is caffeinated because I haven't had any tea today and I'm pretty sure it's almost 11. Day number 6. We have white pear. Yeah, I was definitely hoping this one was going to be a black tea, but I'll make it work. I might just have to dive into Danielle's Tea and Me advent calendar a little bit sooner today. For whatever reason, my brain red, white cucumber, and I'm like, oh no, this is the white tea that smells like pickles. But no, this is actually quite nice. This doesn't really smell like pear to me though. It smells like a very specific candy, but I feel like I'm not gonna be able to tell you what candy it is. It's like a really common candy, like Skittles or something like that. Airheads maybe? All right, let's get steeping. Let's taste this. This does have a very beautiful color though. It smells nice too. It does smell a bit like pear. You know, I find myself very pleasantly surprised by this one. This one I might actually get again. I love the mouthfeel on this one. It is so thick. So thick and luscious. The flavor is overall very light, but I would expect that with a white tea. I do get a lot of natural sweetness from the white tea, and the flavor of the pear is very light. And I would say that it is pretty spot on to what I think a pear tastes like. I think this is one that will become even more flavorful as it cools down. I think this one would be pretty spectacular in summertime as like a cold steeped white tea. I'll say as a whole, like my experience with white tea this year is definitely changing. I think I started out the year really disliking white tea, or really just being indifferent. Disliking is probably not the right word, but being indifferent towards it is probably more appropriate, just because I never really had much of a positive experience with it. But if you think you don't like a certain tea or a certain flavor profile, I definitely encourage you to give whatever it is you think you don't like another taste somewhere down the line, because your taste buds change. You might develop an appreciation for it, just as I have developed an appreciation for white tea this year. I think I'm still at the very beginning of my journey. I think we still have a ways to go, but yeah, I definitely have had some pretty exceptional experiences with white tea this year. So yeah, if you've not tried white pear from Adagio Teas, this one might be worth your time. All right, I'm back already because the caffeine headache is still around. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dive into day 6 of the Tea and Me advent calendar, and I'm just gonna cross my fingers that this is caffeinated. All right, so I'm really excited because I've heard nothing but good things about this company. So we have spiced caramel apple from Fava Tea Company. I feel like I've been seeing Fava Tea Company everywhere lately. I know they did a couple of giveaways with some fella Instagrammers, so I've just been hearing a lot about them lately. I also know that KJ over at Tedious Obsessions likes Fava Tea Company, so I am really excited to finally give them a try. Sadly, I didn't win any of those giveaways. It's probably okay. I don't think I need any more tea in my collection, especially since I have an absurd amount of tea on its way. I don't really want to talk about that though. It was all bought in a moment of weakness. The spiced caramel apple from Fava Tea Company is a blend of black tea, orange peel, apple cubes, ginger pieces, cream caramel pieces, whole cloves, and natural flavor. And this blend smells ridiculously good. I want a candle that smells just like this. It is sweet caramel apple. There is a little tangy pop from the orange. Oh my goodness, my. I really hope that this one tastes as good as it smells, because this smells so amazing. I don't think I've ever caught that on film before, but no, we are not under attack. And no, there's no tornado coming through my town right now. We just live in like a really small village that I've said like a million times. And every day around noon, or every day at noon and every day at 10 p.m., they sound that alarm. I don't know, I mean, it doesn't really serve a purpose these days. Maybe it did back in the day, and so they keep it around for nostalgia. But yeah, every single day, except for on Sunday, they don't sound it at 10 for some reason. Okay, I gotta stop smelling this and go make myself a cup of tea before my head just like explodes. I don't know if it's the caffeine headache talking, but this is like one of the best flavored blends that I've had in a minute. I might regret turning this into a latte because this one was pretty darn perfect right out of the bag. It's one of those flavored blends where you can still taste the black tea, and it's just complemented by the caramel and the warming ginger spices that are in here. And the apple actually stands out in this blend. I've tried 2 other apple flavored blends since the start of the Teas This Season series, and that was the spiced apple chai from Adagio Teas, as well as the owl post from Call Me Sweetie. And while I loved owl post from Call Me Sweetie, this blend, this caramel apple blend from Fava tea is, I think, so far the best execution of like a caramel apple flavored black tea. This is, oh, I love it so much. I feel like I'm just chugging this tea. I mean, part of it is because I'm trying to get rid of this caffeine headache, but man, it is so good. This is a good one. My house smells delicious because of the pot roast I'm making, and I'm about to make it more delicious because we're diving into a day 6 of Call Me Sweetie. And by day 6, I really mean day 4. All right, we have some Slayer black tea. And this one inspired by Buffy the Vampire Slayer? I feel like it is. So this is a blend of Chinese black tea, Assam, hibiscus, cacao nibs, goji berry, and black currant flavoring. So, can you guys see that? I don't know. Might have to insert a picture. And go. So this is one of those teas that I'm gonna classify as like a simple fruit flavored black tea. So this one is just a simple goji berry flavored black tea, which means I personally really love it. Sometimes simplicity is good, especially with like flavored blends. There's a very slight malty flavor coming from the Assam tea. It gives it just a little bit of sweetness. And then just like the slightest kiss of like tart goji berry and hibiscus. I know I'm typically not a fan of hibiscus, but it's definitely not overwhelming in this at all. This is a really nice balanced blend. I really appreciate this. So this one's called the Slayer blend, which I believe is a reference to Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which makes me think of the GEEKSTEEP podcast. Are any of you folks out there listening to the GEEKSTEEP podcast? It is created by Kelly and Marika. Kelly is a Ross_Strange over on Instagram. Both of them are, I think, employed by David's Tea, so they know their stuff regarding tea. They are also ultra geeks, and so every single week they're talking about a new fandom, and I love that so much. Anything that embraces geek and tea, I'm there. Their pilot episode was all about Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so this seems like such an appropriate tea to sip on while listening to that episode, if I may make a recommendation. If you haven't checked out GEEKSTEEP, make sure that you do. I'll leave links to their blog and their Instagram account in the description box below. You can stream their podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify, so whatever your preferred method for listening to podcasts is. All right, I'm gonna check in with you. What am I gonna have time to check in with you? It's crazy. Today was supposed to be my day off and I just keep getting interrupted. So I have no idea if I'm actually gonna be able to dive into day number 6 for Plum Deluxe. Maybe I should just open it up. So, day number 6. Maybe it'll be for a blend that I've already tried. I don't think I've tried that many blends from Plum Deluxe, so probably not. Oh, it is! Day 6 is a Porch Sippin' Pecan Black Tea. And yeah, I have already tried this one, so that's awesome. I'll save it for another day. I loved Porch Sippin' Pecan Black Tea. I did a review of this earlier this year sometime. So if you're interested in learning more about this delicious blend, make sure you check out that YouTube video. Should be popping up here. But yeah, I'm gonna call that good. I have to scramble again to go run and grab Oliver. No, I guess I don't really. I have another 20 minutes before I have to dash out the door. But so that's the end of this video. If you're doing an advent calendar, as usual, let me know what you're sipping today or what was your favorite blend from the day. I think my favorite blend for sure was the spiced caramel apple from Fava Tea Company. I'm still thinking about it. Have you tried Fava tea before? If you have, let me know what some of your favorite blends are. Let me know what blends I should check out. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I hope to see you back here again tomorrow for day number 7 of Teas the Season. Bye.